Out there, he gets 9 boards, 10 assists, and I thought he had some pretty good defensive possessions. But I mean, 11 of 16. I mean, I don't know what Nikola is shooting from the field, but his efficiency is just—I've never seen something like that. So glad he's on our team. And we'll have to be better come Sunday. You know, Jeremy didn't play tonight, late scratch, and give that team credit. We got up early, and their bench came in and attacked us and had us on our heels. And I was proud of how we came out at halftime, kind of getting control of the game once again with their defense.
I know it was just one game off for him, but could you sort of sense the extra rest in terms of his defensive activity early in the game, Jokic?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I'm sure it didn't hurt, you know, that he didn't travel to OKC and play in that game. But, you know, I think Nikola is an underrated defender, and he was one of our defensive players of the game tonight. But just his activity, that team is a heavy volume pick and roll team. I thought Nikola's levels, his hand activity, his foot activity, his rebounding, I thought he was just outstanding.
How's KCP's finger?
It's fine. I mean, it's. That was one of the better defensive possessions I've seen in a long time against a very talented offensive player in Anthony Simons, and you know, just popped out a little bit. But he's got it taped up. He's a tough kid, and as I told him after the game, it's a long way from his heart.
Coach, you said, you know, Nikola, it's just another performance you're so accustomed to. I guess how do we continue to appreciate it and not take it for granted when this is what he does so often?
Yeah, I mean, just challenge yourself. You know, think about what life was like before Nikola got here. I mean, like, and I think people don't do that. You know, they expect 9 years now. Well, it's always been like this. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Don't do that. Don't lie to yourself. What Nikola's done is historical in nature. It's amazing. That's why he's a 2-time MVP. He's a world champion, and he's a finals MVP, because every night, you know, just his ability to be great for himself, but more importantly, his ability to make everyone around him better. And that truly is a definition of greatness. And, you know, we have been spoiled, and I'm sure some of us do find ourselves maybe taking it for granted. But just remind yourself that, you know, not many guys like Nikola Jokic have walked through those doors, and appreciate every opportunity that you have to watch him play.
He really implemented the volleyball tap tonight, and it's always going to AG, it seems. Well, how does AG know? How does he know where to go?
Yeah, well, I mean, constant reps. You know, they've been together for a while now, Vic, as you know, and the way they were guarding him tonight, such a heavy crowd at that nail, and they were bringing another defender. And if Aaron's in the right position, what we call the dunker, along the baseline, and that's what you love about Nikola, if you're spacing the floor correctly, he doesn't have to look to see where you are. He can just use that back tap, side tap, one-handed pass, whatever it may be, to find you. And you know, what's going to be really scary for us is when we start making shots the way that I know we're accustomed to making shots. We are missing great looks right now. And that's all that matters, though, we're getting the great looks. But once we get guys knocking them down, you know, I think our offense really has a chance to take off. That was one of my favorite stats tonight. There was 34 assists. It's been a while since we've had a 30-plus assist game. And that's what I like tonight. The ball wasn't being held, the ball was moving, and we were making plays for each other. So that was more like Denver Nugget basketball than we played probably recently.
What changes, if anything, when you play the same team back-to-back at home?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could maybe compare it to somewhat of a playoff series. You know, you just played them. So now your players have their personnel, their play calls, how they guarded us, all fresh in their mind. We can watch the film to see what we can do better, what adjustments we can make, and then Chauncey and his staff will do the same thing for them. When you're just playing a different team every night, you don't have that same rechaining of the information. So that's probably the only thing. But we got one tonight. We've done a hell of a job at home, and we know Sunday we're going to have to play even better.
Michael, when we've talked to Payton before, he said the confidence in the three-point shot comes from the work he puts into it. What kind of work have you seen him kind of put in?
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that comes early and stays late. I mean, whether it's with coaches or coming back, shooting on the gun, getting reps after reps after reps. And so when he's making a shot in the game, and tonight, Payton was from the three-point line. He was 2 for 2, 6 of 8 from the field. For every shot he's making in a game, he's got 1,000 reps up on the practice court. And that's what you want from a young player. You want a young player saying, okay, these are the areas that I have to improve upon, and I'm going to be open out there. Teams, you know, are going to really show a crowd to Nikola and to Jamal and to Michael, and he's mixing it up really nicely, knocking down the three, as well as playing behind the defense and the dunker and playing aggressive to the rim. And that's the best example of Payton Watson being at his, at his best, is just doing all those things and not settling.
You've seen him now play more the dunker position for Aaron, and in even minutes crossing over with Nikola Jokic. Couple turnovers where, that's open if he just kind of stays here. But do you see that, even that chemistry growing a little bit?
Yeah, I think, for Payton, really first year playing, I think it's been good between he and Nikola, but I think it can get so much better. Like, they're just like a second off here or there. The pass, Payton not understanding fully, and once they get that, now we have two weapons that can play behind, athletic weapons that can play above the rim. And if you're going to pull up on Nikola, you got the lob, you pull in on that, you got great shooters in the corners, and that's when we're probably at our best, when Nikola has the ball in the middle of the floor. But Payton will figure it out. He's had some really good examples of it, and I have no doubt that he'll continue to find a way to be even better.
Have you seen Aaron in Payton's ear about some of that, whether it's just the timing or little things like that in that spot?
Well, Nikola being in his ear, just kind of, drawing up an ATO, like him saying, hey, Payton, when I catch the ball here, make sure you're coming under. So I think whether it's Aaron or Nikola, just everybody's kind of, takes the village, trying to help Payton along the way. Didn't play a lot at UCLA, didn't play a lot last year, and you can see all the talent that he has, tremendous upside, and it's all of our responsibility to help him get better and reach his ceiling.
Thank you.